We're back again.
Yes, sir.
This is a little short video.
Continue.
Yeah, just a continuation of part 2 of why I feel like One Piece is the worst anime in existence.
Crazy.
And that's going too far.
That's
I
crazy.
mean,
I was about to
obviously
say.
that's going too far, but guess what? You stayed and watched the rest of the video.
You did.
I got your ass.
Made you watch.
Made you watch. Actually, that's gonna be the clip you
Yeah.
put out.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the worst.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's the worst. It's just I haven't seen it. First of all, only people that have seen it is the guys that's gonna be talking majority of the time. That's Rick. That's Morrow. That's Ray. Producer Ray in the back. Yeah. But my continuous thing is One Piece is one of the greatest animes ever, just by general consensus. But there is no motherfucking reason you need a rack and a half of episode to tell one story. That's just unnecessary. You are milking it so you get more money. It is the 2K of anime. That's it. And I might interject from time to time, but that's my point. Y'all can go ahead, man.
All right, where y'all want to start?
Defend yourself. What?
Defend.
You
have to defend.
Yeah. I've already stated how I felt in a previous video. Watch the video why One Piece is stupid.
Yeah.
And you can watch that video. I stated my points. My feelings are, right? And this is how I feel about multiple animes, but I just feel like One Piece fans are very entitled to this point, right? Once creators get to a certain volume of chapters, episodes, whatever you want to call them, there's going to be things that they either forget about or change for the sake of whatever story they're coming up with along the way, right? For One Piece, the premise of the show was the nigga Roger had a treasure, the One Piece, right? This is what they stated in the first handful of episodes. This is what they said. He had a treasure called the One Piece. I've hidden it. If you want to become the Pirate King, find it, right? And then now, 1,000+ episodes later, we introducing some nigga named Joy Boy, and 800 years before the One Piece,
which was introduced 100 episodes into it, by the way.
Yes,
the Sun God was, but and that's and if you don't watch One Piece, this ain't gonna make sense to you.
Toon Force.
Yeah, Toon Force is that's whatever. I'm fine with Toon Force because that's at least interesting.
That's Luffy's personality the whole show.
Yeah, and
I will say when you were talking about Dr. Stone, I ended up watching it.
Yeah,
and
this shit was great.
It's great, by the way.
Yeah,
but clicking what you were saying to the show, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, you was like, oh. This is about to happen. How did he get from this to this? And that's why, and that's fine.
But
whatever.
that's a side note. Go ahead.
And I've already stated Dr. Stone's the GOAT. Less episodes than One Piece. The manga's already finished, so the anime is gonna get an ending. Thank God. But and I'm just saying the pacing of it, right? So first episode, introduce Roger, introduce the story, the lore of it, and him introducing the One Piece in the background as he's about to get his head chopped off, whatever. And 1,000 episodes later, not much time has moved in that world. And I just feel like that's crazy for a story. 1,000 episodes, and it's been, a maximum of, at most, 6 years?
Wait,
it's been about 3.
Well, they did the time skip,
but
the time between that
was all in the same year.
That's crazy.
That's
nuts.
Can I say something before you go? Hold on. Can I say something real quick based off what Rick just said? So, the nigga Roger, right? I haven't seen the show, so bear with me. The nigga Roger was about to get packed, and then he said that.
Yeah, he was about to get executed.
It was like his final words.
Yeah.
He was capping. There is no One Piece.
No, there is.
He was capping. A nigga about to get packed.
Bro.
He's probably like, how I'm going to fuck with everybody. Wait, hold on. Wait. This is just a theory. If a nigga's about to get packed, right? And I'm assuming he was a pirate, right?
Yeah, he
of
was.
some sort.
That's exactly what it was.
He probably was, if he's a pirate.
Best pirate in the world.
He probably was an asshole a little bit, right?
He was cool. He was cool. He was a good dude.
Okay.
He was a pretty good dude.
That's another thing, and I'm gonna let Steve get to his point, but that's another thing that the creator retconned. Niggas did not fuck with Roger, pirates or Navy or nobody fucked with that nigga to the point where Ace hated being that nigga's son because it was known that he was a piece of garbage that they later. No. Yes, it was.
See, that's why you gotta watch it, bro. You gotta watch the show.
Ace felt that way because of the stories he heard about that and his father. And people wasn't really messing with him like that. He wasn't a good dude.
Okay,
We'll get to that.
Okay, I'm gonna just say he was at least somewhat of a jokester asshole, some sort, because he was a pirate, right? At least a little bit, right? A nigga like that is probably thinking, I'm about to die. How can I fuck with everybody right now? Make some shit up. The One Piece sound like some made up shit.
It does.
Yeah, this is my final treasure. If you want to be the king of pirates, find the One Piece. Go here, motherfucker. Chop. It's gonna end up being cat.
I'll say this, Steve. 500 episodes ago, I would have agreed with you, which is already crazy to say, right? Back in time, 500 episodes ago, I would have been like, that's a possibility. But since the creator's already said in interviews and stuff that he hates like the end being nothing or like the journey along the way bullshit, then I assume that the One Piece is actually something.
It is.
The bullshit part is the way they introduce the One Piece.
Okay. And then Dave,
and I understand for plot purposes and just expanding the world, I understand like thinking they found the One Piece when it's really just part of what you need to get to the One Piece, and there's like something past the blue line and there's a whole world to explore. That makes sense to me because it in the lore of the show and even how pirates in real life where it was like they lived in this certain area and that's where they operated in. Mm-hmm. Anything past that just seems like it was infinite ocean blue. So I understand all that shit. My problem is that there was multiple points where the niggas got sidetracked, where when the niggas took detours that they didn't mean to take, like the Skypedia shit. They didn't need to.
They had to go to Skypedia, bro.
But they didn't need to go. God. They didn't need to mess with that nigga. I watch like. I'll say this. I watch major sections. I don't watch from start to finish because 1,000 episodes is crazy. But I usually try to finish out arcs if something pops up that interests me.
Okay.
Because the lightning dude, what's his name? Enzo?
Enero?
Yeah. That whole like section, they didn't need to end up in that area. Like, just even the idea, and that's even past the point of like characters and introduction. The fact that there was a lightning god type nigga, and just so happened a rubber dude, his natural counter, runs into him while he's basically like one of one in this area, and they didn't even need to be in that area in the first place is crazy.
All right, so we gotta stop the cap. Yes, they did. We gotta stop the cap. We gotta stop the cap.
I have to go.
From the top,
we gotta stop.
I'm gonna just break it down. Then Dave and Ray could go. Rick was just saying from the beginning they said certain things, a lot of detours they made, all that stuff. Also, regardless, they don't need a rack of episodes. I'm sticking to that. Go ahead, guys.
Right. No, let me first
tell us why we're right.
Let me first go back on this point. They don't need Skypedia, bro. You're crazy. Skypedia,
the arc, sure, but I'm talking about
Enero was Skypedia. The reason why they needed Enero is because he was the first Logia type. Okay, first off, before I go any further,
yes,
if you're watching this show, I'm already assuming you've watched One Piece. So
he wasn't the first Logia they faced.
Yeah, he was. Who was it then?
Crocodile.
Crocodile was.
Yes, he was.
Crocodile was the
but
first.
But they just didn't know how to hit that nigga.
Crocodile was the first.
And so
Logia.
Luffy had to figure out some workarounds. But
yeah,
Crocodile
they did.
and Smoke.
Smoke dude was, but Luffy was the actual. Well, that was the first one that actually made Luffy push forward.
Yes, I'll give you that. I'm just saying they introduced that power system.
They did.
They just bullshitted it along the way. But
my correction, I take that. So he wasn't the first Logia, but he was an important Logia for Luffy to pass. Because if it wasn't passing that, it's over with. They needed to get that poneglyph that was with the. That's the thing too. Before I start, the poneglyphs. Just to correct something you said the other day on the other pod. The One Piece was there way before John or Roger made his statement.
Yes,
Joy Boy left that One Piece there.
Yep.
Whatever Joy Boy left. The whole premise is that they have to go from island to island to find poneglyphs that let them know what the next island is, so they can get to that last piece.
It's a treasure hunt.
It is. It's
and this is the thing, right? And that makes sense 100%, right? The premise was not that.
Just searching.
The premise was not that in the first Like
it was, bro.
Episodes.
Yes, it was. The poneglyphs was the whole reason they was in Alabasta.
But I'm saying about the Joy Boy, the 800 years before
then. It was because the poneglyphs are telling you that story, bro. You keep saying that, but the poneglyphs are telling you that story since the beginning. How did they not?
But I'm saying that literally didn't get introduced until like into the hundreds. It wasn't like within the 100 episodes. We looked it up. It was like you said that he was introduced in Fishman Island.
Or in Skypiea.
Skypiea is like that's 100 plus episodes.
Yeah, that's fine. But with that same concept there, that's like saying Attack on Titan is trash because they introduced a whole other world after the fact. That's like saying that because they took so long that wasn't the initial premise.
Can I say this to remedy that specifically? What? Attack on Titan didn't take a rack of episodes to do that.
I'm not justifying that.
They didn't even take 200 episodes.
How many
episodes is Attack on Titan?
But this is the thing. Attack on
Titan
isn't a super big world. They didn't have to do shit in a whole bunch of different shit. A whole bunch of different places. They went from Paradis. They went to the real world, to the other place. Spoilers. Yeah. They went from Paradis to which is the island they're initially in. Mm-hmm. They thought that was it.
That was it, right.
And then there's a whole nother world, but they only go to Marley.
Yeah, they
and
don't
then
visit no place else.
That's the only other place else that they go
and
to.
Then Rumble, young man, Rumble.
Then they go back to Marley to then go step on the world.
Yeah.
That's four sentences, bro. That's 4 sentences for a story that didn't need that, bro. The whole goal is different, bro.
And that's fair. And the goal is not really different because at the end of it was Eren wanting to kill all Titans, and then once he found out the true nature of Titans, it turned from wanting to kill all Titans to kill the niggas that created Titans and put them in and that's fair, and that I guess that's a change because of more information. I'm saying they're still doing the same thing with more information. The only thing that's changed is that the base information, the stuff that they were working with for 100, and I'm still standing by this, 100 plus episodes, the One Piece was known as Roger's treasure. That on his, like, it was even narrated, whether you watching the dub or the sub, he narrates and says, "Find my treasure, the One Piece, and become the king of pirates," right? And then now, 100 plus episodes later, in this case of introducing the polyglyphs, you get a story about the creation of One Piece, or like the 800 years tale, which is fine. But then niggas is saying the One Piece wasn't really Roger's treasure when that's what it was from jump. That's how they introduced it. That's how everybody sees it.
But that's what I'm saying. You keep going. Niggas don't know. You're going based off what the regular average character from One Piece would know. 9 times out of 10, they don't know about. Well, everybody know there's an 8-year, glitch in the
There's
system.
an 800-year void that they still keep under wraps.
Exactly. It's to the point, bro. The 800. So this is the thing. This is the whole thing. And let me get an ISO real quick. Yeah. I'm about to spit.
Yep.
Pause. Anyway.
No pauses on that.
Okay. Oh, y'all don't do pause. Okay,
as long
that's
as you
cool.
don't
That's good.
double grab the mic when you.
Okay. All right. Bet. So listen. Like he said, the whole overarching story of One Piece is that it's niggas that is trying to get this treasure. You can say that, just like in Attack on Titan is niggas trying not to get eaten by Titans. It's like you can say at the end of Naruto is just really Naruto getting back with Sasuke, even though all the Kaguya shit and all that shit happened, right?
Yep.
And then there was that whole extra story with Madara.
Yep.
That's the base. But what draws people to One Piece is everything around it. Like, for example, me, after Skypiea, after they talked about the sun god, Nika, the people that happened, they talked about the 800-year void at that point. They hinted at it. Then when it came to Water 7, that's like, at Skypiea is when I knew One Piece was the shit, but at Water 7, that's when it became better than everything else for me. Water 7 is when the actual story became from a iceberg where you think, it's just niggas still trying to get this One Piece, to what the fuck is going on in this world. Because that's when you get introduced to the fact that at the 800-year void, that's when the government was made. The people the government is the foul niggas and the whole shit. When you were saying, he was talking about, Roger, because he was, niggas was saying that he was foul. The Navy spun that story, bro. That nigga was not really like that. It's the Navy. If you're believing the Navy, you're already on the wrong foot. Like, the Navy spun that shit. That's why Garp was cool with that nigga. That's why, you know what I'm saying, they stopped other bad pirates. So, you know what I'm saying? You can say that, but whatever. Anyway, that was the initial story. But once Water 7 came through, that's when you found out the government really on some foul shit. To the point where you find out that they're blowing up niggas' whole islands just for even trying to find out what happened during that time, bro. So,
what episode is Water 7? Like, episode range?
So, episode for Water 7
the
is
range.
right at... So, the range of Water 7
Numbers,
is...
please.
Numbers of... Damn, these are very low quality.
You can zoom in.
Yeah, I know.
It's opaque in there. I seen the numbers.
So, and that's the thing. It's about like 250 to 300. If I'm lowballing it, but you're saying that though. But Shippuden was 300.
Mid 300s.
Yeah, the whole thing.
No.
Mid
Shippuden started at episode 300.
I believe he's right.
Shippuden
Maybe.
started at episode 300.
I don't.
Around there.
Oh no, but I'm saying, but those are two separate stories, regardless.
It's the same. It's the same story. It's the same thing.
And Naruto Shippuden are two different things.
It's the same thing, bro. They might as well just call the whole shit. No, if they take Shippuden off, it'll be the same thing.
Does
bro.
Boruto count in the episode numbers for Naruto then?
No.
Even though it's the same world with the same characters?
But it's not the same. It's not following the same story, the same person.
It's not.
But even with that, though, even with those two things separating
it's still
them,
shorter. Yes, you
still
keep saying that. But the story is not that big, bro. The story is not that deep.
This is what I'll say in defense.
The story is not deep
in the
enough.
defense of Naruto Shippuden and Naruto being the same, I'll say this: literally the last episode. Well,
I don't remember the last episode.
The last arc of Naruto is what builds the rest of the story of Shippuden. Like the Sasuke retrieval mission is the last legitimate arc of Naruto. Like I think you're right with Shippuden being like episode, like it might be in the hundreds or whatever, but that's if you count fillers. If we're looking at the manga, Naruto's not even at 1,000. I think they might have reached 900, 800 or something by the end of the run, but
which is only 200 less.
You're not even that far.
But One Piece isn't anywhere near the finishing.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. I will fully.
We got a few more years left under the belt.
Yeah. I will fully agree with you though. No, and let me say this for the record. I will fully agree with Rick about all this shit if the story was trash. Listen from a nigga. Listen.
But nobody said the story was trash. It's just too long and unnecessary.
Listen to a nigga that's actually watched all of Naruto and watched all of One Piece, right? So I've watched both. I know. I was the same nigga after I watched Naruto saying that shit was better than everything, even the shit that I didn't watch.
Actually, Naruto's 700 chapters. I overshot.
700, yeah.
That's a lot less in the grand scheme of things.
Ooh.
300 for a complete story.
300.
You keep saying that the story was not
put together though.
Naruto was not as deep as One Piece. It wasn't.
And you keep saying that. How isn't it?
It's not.
It's not.
This is the thing.
It's not,
One
bro.
Piece isn't deep. It's wide. I think that's
it is.
y'all niggas
No,
is
it's
confusing
deep,
those two
bro.
words.
It's deep.
Yeah,
nigga,
no, it's actually way deeper than niggas think.
A nigga that has not watched Naruto
One Piece just got a big
tell me that.
Listen. Nah.
Naruto got a big back too.
Nah, Naruto is a thick shorty. One Piece got a big bag.
Listen.
One Piece is a whole iceberg, dog.
Because all of a sudden now Naruto and Sasuke is reincarnations of niggas after what 600 episodes.
Well, they've been alluding to that
since when? Since when did they say
the Valley of the End? When literally Naruto was standing on the first Hokage statue, and Sasuke was standing on Madara, and they took the same pose.
Because they took the same pose. That's a reincarnation.
I'm saying they were alluding to that. That's foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Just
like
how niggas be talking about One Piece in the major.
But you was just dogging them for it. That's what I'm saying.
You
was just dogging them for
it. I'm saying you can't use that point.
You was just dogging them for it, but now you're defending it.
No, but Rick's saying you can't use that as an argument when One Piece does that multiple times.
But I'm saying this. I agree with it. I agree with the fact that One Piece can add shit. One Piece can foreshadow. But don't sit here and defend Naruto like Naruto not doing the same shit, but call One Piece.
But I always said Naruto. Like I always say the Kaguya shit. Niggas adore the Kaguya shit. Like that, the super aliens, the chakra tree, all that shit. Niggas adore the fuck out of that. But then won't just accept the point that the story of One Piece, while the journey has been the same thing, they've taken multiple detours that have nothing to do with the story. It's good for world building.
A nigga that hasn't watched it can't tell me it has nothing to do with the story.
So this is what I'm gonna tell you, right? You talk about
that's
you
pretty
talk about
point
the
blank,
world
bro.
government.
Let's hear him out real
You talk
quick.
about the world government and talk about you learning the world government are these
You're
nasty
telling me about
niggas
a story you didn't
using
watch.
the Navy. They're using the Navy to kill people and basically hide this 800-year time of what everybody's doing, right? But I'm saying, what is the Straw Hat Crew's dog in the fight? Why do they care?
If you watched it, you would know, nigga.
But
like
why?
that's really it,
I'm
bro.
saying, well,
If you
explain that
watched
to me
it,
then.
I can explain it. Every single person on the Straw Hat Crew has a different reason for being there. Zoro's trying to be the greatest swordsman alive. So you're trying to watch that happen. He already in the beginning that's one major story right there. He get almost bodied by Mihawk.
I know that though. I know Sanji wanted to be a chef.
Sanji is a
Sanji wanted to be a chef.
Sanji is a twister when you get to him.
This nigga just said Sanji just wanted to be a chef, but he knows the story.
In the first
tells you
100 episodes, he talks about it.
Sanji wants to find the all blue.
There we go.
Is that?
There we go.
Okay.
What is that? You don't know because you ain't watch it. Okay, so the second thing.
What is the all blue then, Ray?
We still haven't got to that yet.
Okay.
It's like
Nah,
because if you sit here and think
wait,
no, you know what I mean? Because they thinking it's just the ocean.
Hold on.
Niggas just thinking it's just the ocean.
But I'm saying he just said, tell me what the all blue is, because I don't watch the show. Niggas who watch the show don't know what the all blue is.
I was about to explain it.
Well, hold on.
What is the all blue?
Can I just say something real
Go
quick?
ahead.
If his sole purpose is to do something, find something.
Yes.
And we're a rack and a half episodes into it, and we still don't know what the fuck the nigga's looking for.
Bro,
that's a waste of time, bro.
There's a description.
Because what happens, bro? You don't go to Atlanta, right? Let's say you taking a road trip and during the road trip you're having the most fun you ever had in your fucking life. But at the actual destination, you're like, damn, this shit it ain't really live up to the expectation. What you know what I'm saying? What you gonna say? That whole journey was trash because the destination?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Hold on.
I'm talking about the question that Rick just asked.
Okay.
Right.
I'm talking about he asked about Sanji, right? That's
right.
What I was
all right. So let's get on the Sanji topic. Hold on.
What is Sanji looking?
But that's what I'm. That's what I was trying to say though.
Hold on. What is Sanji looking for?
The all blue.
It's a racket. That's his motive.
So we know
Zoro trying to be the greatest swordsman, like y'all just said.
He introduced that very early.
Yes.
And we know that's what he's trying to do.
Yes.
Sanji is looking for something, the all blue, whatever the fuck that is, and we still don't know what the fuck that is.
We don't know.
Rack and a half episodes.
I'm gonna explain.
But he's an artificial human, right?
Okay.
Who's gonna slowly lose his emotions, and he was created as an experiment, but he was seen as a failed experiment, and his brothers are social.
Don't listen to this nigga. Don't listen to nothing he say.
That's not what he is.
Don't listen to nothing Rick say about One Piece. He hasn't watched it.
That's not what he is.
You couldn't wait too far to where we at right now.
But that's what I'm saying. You learn all that about your character before you learn.
That's not what it is.
I'm saying this. I'm saying you talk about the journey and the destination, right? And you talk about you had all this fun along the way. So if the ending is trash, or the like, let's say like you say you going to Atlanta. Let's say you going to Magic City for some reason, right?
Yeah.
And you driving.
I wouldn't be there.
You driving all the way in Atlanta, and you stopping at all these places. You having a great time cheesing, taking all these photos or whatever. And then you pop up at Magic City, and that shit was mid. You ain't gonna be like, oh damn, we shouldn't have took this trip here because of all the fun you had along the way. But what I'm saying is that doesn't really work if you're learning about so much about the character and you're learning almost nothing about the destination for the character. I'm saying you can list off all that shit about Sanji that's been introduced, and that stuff has been recently introduced in the grand scheme of One Piece storyline, and I'm saying you still don't know what his end goal is, and you could be like, well, y'all talk about it's a long amount of episodes, and if that's the only thing I got to say about it, but what I'm saying is Sanji has been around on the crew since what episode? Because he wasn't three, because the first three was Luffy, Nami, and Zoro.
Then Usopp,
and then it was Sanji.
And then it was Sanji, right? That's like some 20 episodes in. Sanji shows up.
Right.
And I'm saying you don't find out too much about Sanji other than his mentor, was it Zeph?
Chef Zeph.
His mentor, Chef, that used to kick him around, and that's where he found his passion for cooking and all that bullshit. You learn that shit about him, and you don't learn much about Sanji until when was all this shit about his family and Big Mom introduced?
That was like 700. But no, see, that's what I'm saying. He's sounding crazy because that's not even the case, bro.
They built off of Sanji so crazy.
They went through his whole process. Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. Let me ask you real quick. So the thing, because Sanji's my favorite character. Let me keep it real with you. So, because Sanji is that one questionable motherfucker that we just still question, like early in the day. So it's like, who the fuck is Sanji? Because okay, you get he was straight on an island with Chef Zeph. He literally sacrificed his leg. Saddest tale. They give you a sob story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, the nigga writing is crazy because they give you a sob story. They lead you off with that. But there's small, minuscule hints that not everybody pay attention to, because even though Rick brought up the fact, later down the line, we find out who Sanji is based off his family, what they are, what they do, because it's a major science nation and how fucked up they are technically. His wanted, like, dead or alive poster has just been alive. And his last name has just been completely mixed off of who actually he is. So my thing is, I'm not saying like Sanji whole entire shit was just like, oh, he's a fucking android. It's just whatever. Like, the building on most of these characters' backgrounds is really what this shit is.
Like Zoro. Zoro's background is very mysterious and
as shit. Because still, we don't, like, I'm gonna still keep it real with you.
Don't know what he did during the...
No. We know what he did as a younger child.
Yeah,
but we
100%.
still don't have an absolute origin story from where he officially is and who his parents are, who his ancestors is. Because we're still in the mix of who... We got most of the crews, like parents, like mentors, whoever they grew up off of. We still on absolute mystery of who the fuck is Luffy's mother. Keep it real with you.
Yeah.
We know who Sanji's mother and father is. We know how she got taken out now. Chopper situation, ate a fruit, came human. We know who Nami is.
Easy.
Mother, packed.
Easy.
Unfortunately.
Easy.
Packed. Sanji's been the biggest mystery for that ever so long. Zoro's still a mystery.
We actually just solved that because Oda put the shit inside. He put his whole family tree in there after Wano.
Who had family tree? Fuck it. Finally got one. Later down the line, since the actual creator himself put it out there.
From shit that he's been, teasing since Thriller Bark, bro.
So, I just got a question for both of y'all, and then we can keep going on y'all points. All this stuff, it sounds interesting. I'm not going to lie. Again, I'm going to reiterate. One Piece is one of the greatest animes ever. That's great, right? Y'all don't think this is redundant and too much?
No.
All the shit that we've been talking about has nothing to do with these motherfuckers finding the goal of the show.
That's the
thing.
Motherfucking
One Piece.
So
I just don't get that.
Goal.
I don't understand.
That's not the goal.
Like y'all, hold on. But
that's
y'all
not
mentioned
the goal, Dave.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. The goal is to get
that's 100%
bro,
the goal.
That's
the show is called One Piece.
So
the goal is to get
I gotta
the
go.
One Piece.
So was one of the goals for Naruto? Because I'm gonna keep bringing this up. Niggas never like to talk about Naruto.
Okay, go ahead.
Killing Kaguya wasn't a goal. Was that necessary, or could they have done without it?
Well, that wasn't the goal.
Was that necessary, or could they have done without it?
The goal was
What was the question? Was that necessary, or could they have done without it?
No, it was necessary. But no, let me just tell you. Can I tell you the difference real quick, though?
How?
Naruto's goal in the beginning of Naruto was he wanted to become a ninja and become the Hokage.
Okay, yeah.
After that, once he became Hokage and shit like that, what did we get? Boruto, right? And he had to do things to become Hokage, right? He had to do certain things. He had to do missions and shit like that.
Is that not what...
The goal to One Piece is for them niggas to find the One Piece.
That's literally why Luffy made
and we're going to different places. From what I'm hearing, I didn't see it, but we're going to different places, and niggas is robots, and this nigga ate a fruit, and this nigga did this. Find the fucking One Piece!
I know the answer.
What the fuck?
So, if we're going to use the relation between Naruto being a Hokage as,
yeah, because he reached his goal. His goal was to be Hokage.
Right.
He had to become a ninja.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously got to beef and do S-rank missions and shit like that.
Yeah.
He had to do everything that he did to become Hokage. These motherfuckers is fighting electricity gods and doing this shit.
So
it's a treasure hunt, nigga. Find the fucking One Piece.
They have to go there to find it. That's the whole point. Every island has a purpose.
How every island is built, there is a route. So they explain this before they cross the Grand Line. There is a certain island route that you have to follow.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's a certain island route that you have to follow. You go anywhere off of this route, you're fucked. You're done. So you have to go on that route.
But
now
they went off the route though.
They are, yeah.
Now
during the 3 years, they went off a route.
Yes, they did, and they had to meet back up at that same middle spot that where you get to the new world at. So they got separated, went back to that main meetup spot to get to the new world.
And this is all before their quote unquote Shippuden.
Now let me get to the whole Luffy and his main thing is to find the One Piece. No. It's to be the king of the pirates.
Which you
and now this nigga has his own way that the whole entire crew respect. He wants to be the king of the pirates.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
And by his definition, the king of the pirates is the most freest man of them all.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the way he moves is just beyond. It's just him.
No, that's 100%. But what
just call the show Straw Hat Cruiser.
No,
what did Jolly Roger say when if you get the One Piece you become what?
Claim my prize and become king of the pirates.
So you can't say his goal is if there was another way to become king of pirates in that universe, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't have to get the One Piece to do it, then I would agree with you that Luffy's goal isn't to get the One Piece. Right. But if his goal is to become the pirate king, and the only way,
as far as you understand,
is to get the
One Piece, then that is his goal, is to get the One Piece. Because that's what he wants to do. That's what he's told his crew along the way that he wanted to do. Become the pirate king. Yeah. I need y'all niggas to become my Nakama, my crewmates. I need y'all niggas to become with me so I can be the best pirate I can be to get the One Piece and become the pirate king and become the freest nigga in the world.
And from what I'm hearing then, if that's not his goal from what y'all saying, then the show is called Luffy or the Straw Hat Crew. It is not called One Piece. If you're calling it One Piece, and that, like Naruto is called Naruto, the show ain't called Hokage, is it?
No.
It's called Naruto.
Yes.
Because it's everything regarding Naruto's life.
Now,
and Naruto's goal in the show is to become, the major overarching goal is to become Hokage. Yeah. All the stuff that he did along the way, like you said, does fighting Kaguya make him the Hokage, or is that the goal of the show? No, but he can't become Hokage if the world is destroyed. So he has to kill Kaguya.
Well, he can't become the king of the pirates if his whole crew got sunk.
But I'm saying every fight, every interaction. I'm saying every fight, every interaction, right? They went to islands, they fought people, right? And that's all fine. But I'm saying there's so much detour there's so much detour that they do take on their route to the One Piece that, yes, it opens up the world and explains all these characters and all that shit. That's fine. But I'm saying in the theme of the show and how it goes, and there's a whole joint called One Piece, which is literally trims the fat off of One Piece to tell you what the main story is, at least to a degree. It's so out of the realm
trims
of
the fat.
Because right now that nigga Luffy in the anime is fighting Kaido.
Yeah.
Why is he fighting Kaido?
Because he needs to beat Kaido
to do what?
So he could become the king of the pirates. He has to get that poneglyph. And if he's not beating Kaido, everybody all his crewmates, everybody that's on that island right now is dead. So, or dead or slaves. How is he going to become the king of pirates if the poneglyph, with the
that's
other
the reason why he
slaves?
fights Kaido. Why is he fighting? Why did he fight Big Mom?
Because he had to get Sanji back, and he can't become king of pirates if his cook, Luffy, a nigga that thrives on food.
Okay, if his cook is gone.
If his man just gone, that be cooking that shit.
Good shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He gone, I'm on fire. I gotta get my man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
why did he get captured?
Sanji?
Yeah. By force.
His backstory, man.
His father.
By force.
It's by force.
By force.
See, that sounds unnecessary.
It's not,
no.
bro. That's what I'm saying,
You're
bro.
adding more.
No, it's not.
Cause that whole fight. Guess what?
That whole should just be a treasure hunt show, and we're doing extra shit. I feel
that's
like.
no. That's what I'm saying, because niggas don't say that shit about Dragon Ball Z when a nigga get a new fucking Super Saiyan for no reason. Like
I do. I think Dragon Ball is. I feel like it's just doing too much.
People don't like that Dragon Ball has become just a power creep and transformation. But I'll say this, right? Polyglyphs are very important to the One Piece.
It is very important. Yes.
In the arcs, how many have they found so far?
You have to find 4 red ones, but they found mad gray ones.
So there's gray and there's red. So
what are the gray ones?
The gray ones hint at the ancient weapons. Because remember, mind you, there's an 800-year void that the Marines and the world government is hiding.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot to explain to niggas that haven't
Like,
watched it.
I'm
It's
saying
like,
I'm talking about
like-
the ones for the One Piece.
The red ones, and they are
They have three right now.
specifically.
Can you create those for things other than the One Piece? Are these things used to hold information in general?
Nah.
It is
just
hold,
for, just
it
for
holds
those
it holds information from the 800-year
From
void.
the 800-year void.
Yes.
But only the red ones talk about the One Piece.
They lead you to the island.
They
where
lead
it's
you.
okay.
They lead you to the
All the
exact
other
final
ones-
island.
If you don't find any of the gray ones,
They signed
and you
missions.
only find the red ones,
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I'm asking you. If you only find the 4
Finish
red
the
ones,
game, nigga.
Can you find the One Piece? If you find
You
only
can,
the
you
red
can,
ones,
you can find it, but you'll be fucked. You can find it, but
There's a
you'll be
lot
fucked.
more information with the gray ones.
So do you
including
need
red
the
ones.
gray ones to find the red ones?
You don't need the gray ones to find the red ones, but you need
Do you
the gray
need
ones
the-
to
do
know
you
what's
need
going to
the-
happen in the final war. Just like there was a final war in Naruto that niggas had to prepare for.
Okay, let me ask you this though. How many? I'm gonna say it. I guess how many gray stones were in Naruto? Shit that sound unnecessary.
Sasori.
Sasori. Okay, he was part of the Akatsuki. The
He
Akatsuki
done.
was trying to-
Oh no! Don't you can't make don't make fake bridges now. You know what I'm saying? Because no. Because wait. Did
I watched Naruto, nigga. Don't do that.
And y'all didn't watch One Piece, but y'all arguing the
Wait,
facts.
no,
So
Sasori was
listen.
in the Akatsuki. The Akatsuki was
Yeah.
trying to
Kill Naruto.
So if Sasori wasn't there, like if he took Sasori out of the whole show in general, what niggas have missed him? What would it replace?
Probably not. They probably just
Okay,
made another
that's
nigga
what
to try to capture.
So you're
Naruto.
But that's the thing though. Sasori was fighting Sakura. It wasn't a Naruto Sasori fight.
Well,
Sasori-
Naruto tried to beef him and
For-
took
yeah,
away
for what
yeah.
though? Why? Why was
because he
Naruto?
killed Gaara.
Yeah. Or they,
Why?
They thought he did.
But what does that have to do?
he killed
What,
Gaara.
what does him killing
That nigga
Gaara?
was-
What does
yeah,
him
he
killing
was-
Gaara have to do with Naruto?
Because the more beasts, the more tail beasts they collect,
Yeah, they was collecting tail.
they
beasts.
got to come for Naruto.
Yeah. Okay.
And they need more tail beasts to actually defeat Naruto.
But what you're saying
That's
is
that ain't even Naruto's story.
What-
That's the villain story
but-
on how they gonna capture him.
But that nigga, Naruto isn't the only person that they show in that whole show. Niggas, they go on different detours all the time.
Those are fillers.
No, not even just fillers. I'm talking about different things that didn't need to happen. The whole
You
Asuma
saying
shit.
the Sakura beef with Sasuke?
It didn't need that. I mean,
So,
I mean, they could have not showed it.
Based on
If-
what
if
you're
we're
saying.
if we're looking at it
Based
like
on
that,
what you're
right?
saying,
So you're
yeah.
saying
Okay.
the only Akatsuki fight that matters is Pain.
Exactly. You can do
So-
without every
so
single
if-
person
if
else.
we're looking
Pain
at-
could have been a single person.
Yeah, and that's
And
fine.
Naruto would have still got his props. He would have still been up there to be Hokage.
And I'm fine with making that conclusion, but at the end of the day, if we're going down that line, sure, you could be like, Pain is the only fight that matters in Naruto in terms of the Akatsuki arc, right? But at the same time, we're talking about the multiple great story pieces in the red main ones. If you're telling me in that same way, in the same vein that only the Pain fight matters, then the Big Mom fight don't matter for them, because why?
That's a red one.
That's a red one.
Oh, okay.
So Big Mom had
Big
a
Mom
She
has
had a red one.
Big Mom
So
has
y'all
a red
didn't say
one.
that, though. Y'all
Kaido
said
has.
She had a red one.
So y'all didn't
how
say
many-
No,
that,
no,
though.
no.
Yeah.
We did not,
You
because
didn't say
that's
that. You said
that's
the only
towards the
reason
end.
he went there was to
That-
rescue Sanji. That's what you said.
They-
That's what you all said.
Because
But
that
that's
was
not the only
a
reason, though.
Sanji
That's not the
rescue
only
mission because
reason.
he
It-
lost his man. They had to get him
So
back.
did,
Okay.
did
But
they know
also,
she had
there-
one?
She did have
Yes.
a red one.
Did they know?
They do know that.
Oh,
They did
okay
know
then.
that.
They know.
That's
Then
Well,
so
so
that's
they gonna go there anyway.
So they have to get their mans back and get the red poneglyph at the same time.
It's just perfect timing.
So
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
well then, yeah,
it's
that's
like a
yeah.
set mission that niggas have set course for because they split.
But what I'm saying
So-
is, either way, they were gonna end up. If Sanji was with them, they still would have went there, right?
They would
Most
have to,
likely,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
It was just-
So that's
That's
a
part of the
fine
story,
one then.
yeah, that's part
So
of the story.
so Big Mom had one.
Yes.
Kaido has one.
Yes.
Who else has one?
It was Zoe. There was one as Zoe.
Zoe had the red one because that was actually hidden within the whole island itself.
All
And
right,
the other
there's
one is
one
the
more.
Elbath.
Elbath?
Yeah.
That's where Shanks is at.
All right, so
are they going to get that one?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the next spot after Egghead right
so
now.
Thriller Bark.
Thriller Bark.
Why did they need to go there?
They needed to get Brooke.
Why was Brooke
Actually,
in-
no.
Did they know
Hold
who
on.
Brooke was?
Brooke got, because they got mainlined into a specific island area, that literally put them into like a mist void to where they were just gonna wherever they went, they were gonna come straight there,
like the Bermuda Triangle.
But it wasn't somewhere that they needed to go to. It was just a place in the story that they so happened to pick up a main crew member. They didn't need no other reason to end up at Thriller Bark.
Well, I mean,
story reason.
Other than the fact that it was on the thing, I can't think of it right now.
All right, so scrap that. That arc doesn't matter then.
Whoa.
No. Because you need Brooke.
Sasori versus Sakura doesn't matter.
But
this is what I'm saying. Well, I said that because what you keep saying is that the side stories don't matter when they clearly fucking do to you in Naruto. But they don't in One Piece.
Those fights don't really matter. I'm saying if we're talking about the Akatsuki, sure, every member got their shine. Did every member need their shine? Not really, because there was some ass ones that didn't really matter, and I'm fine with looking at that. But in the same vein as I'm fine with looking at that, you got to be fine at looking at the shit that don't really matter in One Piece that just is cool for the sake of being cool. Just because it's cool don't mean it matters.
But also the thing with the Akatsuki is they were trying to collect Tail Beast so they could capture Naruto, right? That was their main thing. Obviously,
they wanted to get all the Tail Beasts, but they knew Naruto was going to be the hardest.
Yeah, so they get the rest of them to get that nigga. Okay. They set it up like that. They set it up multiple versions of them because you can't face a Tail Beast nigga by yourself.
Yeah, right. Could you do me a favor?
Could
you look up what happened in Thriller Bark so I could just Thriller Bark real quick? Because I can say one other thing too. They meet
like what?
Big Mom daughter.
In Thriller Bark?
Yeah. Big Mom daughter, the one that she hated.
Oh yeah. Big Mom is she be out here.
Like I said,
Big Mom be out here when y'all find that.
You know what I'm saying? So listen. This is all I'm gonna say. Every single arc has something where that comes back. Every single arc has something that comes full circle. It comes back to you. You may see some nigga that you thought wasn't shit before, like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You think Kobe not shit in the beginning.
You'd have thought Kobe was one off.
The most GOAT Marine of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You see shit like that happen out of the most random shit. Mm-hmm. But when you're talking about just base story, niggas, I have no nigga ever was like, oh, Naruto, the show Naruto was great only because of what Naruto did. It was the show altogether. What the shit Sasuke had to go through, the shit that Shikamaru had to go through, that Hidan arc when a nigga lit the blunt for the shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying? This show is not called Shikamaru, it's called Naruto, but niggas don't have a problem with that because it was great. That's what I'm saying.
But that whole situation didn't take 100 episodes to get to.
But that's what I'm saying.
Niggas
keep talking about.
He lit the blunt for his mans, and that was it. And we moved on.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not spending 20 years on Shikamaru.
That amount of episode stuff does not matter. When I keep,
it does.
It doesn't, bro. Because it don't, bro.
It's not. You're milking it. You're building more of the story.
It don't.
When you can tell a story.
I'm not an anime person, but I don't think.
But Vi, hold on. But listen. If you can tell a story in 2 or 3 episodes,
I feel like that's good, but it don't.
Why would you? But I'm saying if you can tell a story, Naruto can tell a story in 2 or 3 episodes, right? Go ahead.
Like I get, like I'm just listening to, and I don't even really watch anime that much, but I am a good person when it comes to writing and knowing how a story goes. The amount of episodes, and some people just don't got the attention span. Like if you don't got the attention span, you just don't got the attention span to be dived into the storyline in 1,000 episodes. Morrow, he has the attention span to do that, so he think this is good because he could sit there and want to go through the 1,000 episodes. Same with Ray. He probably in his good stories to them. Naruto and them, they might be like, I don't watch them, so I can't put too much on it. But if it's less episodes but a good story to you guys, then that's y'all story. You feel me? And if it's like 1,000 episodes over here, but it's a good story, it's a good story.
I'm not debating.
That's like you saying a movie that's 3 hours long and a movie that's 100 or 60 minutes long. The 3 hour long one is trash because it was longer.
No, I'm not. Well, Ricky's saying I'm not saying it's trash. What I'm saying is
you don't need it.
If you don't need it, the writer of One Piece is just milking y'all. He's
that's
2K.
True.
I'm telling y'all.
I will agree
sometimes
with
you don't need it, but I feel like the story is a story.
Tell a story in 2 or 3 episodes about Shikamaru or Sakura or Choji or whoever, right? Or Rock Lee, whoever.
I agree with that.
We don't need 100 episodes to talk about a nigga's family bloodline and he's a robot and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Find the One Piece, bro. That's all I'm saying. You don't need. And I get what you're saying about attention. Hold on, I'm sorry. I get what you're saying about attention span. I love longer stories, which is the crazy part here. But as a person that like longer stories, 1,500 episodes and you not even done yet is milking.
It's valid.
2K older, whatever
I feel like
dude name is. He's milking, bro.
I do feel like both arguments is valid, though. I do feel like both arguments is valid, but it's a way you gotta look at it. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I agree. I would agree with the 2K analogy if the shit was like if he was purposely not fleshing out good shit. Like if he was doing what they did with the last season of Game of Thrones, and if he was bullshitting around with it.
You could
then I would say, I would agree. We don't need it. But the fact that everything has been purposeful with a point and to progress the story, to expand the place. Like if it was more so just bullshit, then that's fine. But the fact that he's actually adding to the story, not just like 2K making the same game every year. Yep. He's not dropping the same chapter or the same arc every time. And that's what. That's,
right, but I'm not. I get that part, right? He is still telling good stories for what y'all, because y'all passionate about it. He's obviously doing something right. I'm just saying he's still milking, whether he's doing it well or doing it shitty. He's still milking because the stories that he's telling about all this other side shit could be done in shorter period of time. We don't need all that to talk about. The stories about Luffy becoming the king of pirates and getting the One Piece. Why are we doing all this other shit for hundreds and hundreds of episodes?
Because they add to the story. Just like why we fighting Kaguya, because he needed to get there.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Why do we need 1,000 episodes for that?
Because the whole story in itself is not just, he needs to do this, we get there. It's not that. It's not a straight line.
There's stuff in One Piece in the main arcs. There's stuff in the main arcs that in any other anime would be counted as filler. And I don't understand why people can't realize. Like
niggas say that, but haven't watched it, so I'm not hearing that.
Let him finish real quick.
If you haven't watched it, I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry. You can't tell me if you didn't watch it. You don't know what isn't needed, what is filler, what's not. If you didn't watch it.
But people can say that 100%. No one in here has watched every single episode of Naruto.
I have, and unless it's filler, I've watched it.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you can't. There's filler episodes where people from filler episodes show up in other filler episodes. Does that make it canon? Does that make it matter?
Nah.
So just because characters return in other points in the story doesn't mean that those points matter to the overarching story. Because a character comes back and be like, so in the example you gave, I know Kobe. I know the first nigga Luffy meets that was on the ship getting treated terribly by the ship captain. I forgot what that. And then she comes back skinny and whatever, right? Yeah. And you could be like, oh, that's all important. She came back, but she just came back skinny and she.
I would look at her as just like, okay, she was a turning point to start this nigga Kobe.
Yep.
That's it. So somebody.
But she comes back. So does that mean she's important to the story?
No. So all right. So let me say that right.
We're not saying every
So I'm not saying she's not important.
But I'm saying you can't say just because someone comes back and be like, here they are in another episode, changed and evolved, that they matter. Kobe matters. Yeah, he's moving stuff along in the Marines. He started out as a cowardly kid with his glasses, being scared of his own shadow, and now he's a Marine making changes, trying to tell niggas like Luffy ain't a bad guy. Like something's dirty in the Marines. Like something's not adding up. That nigga makes sense. He matters. That's a character that came back from the trenches, a better character, and he matters to the story. But just because shit like that happens in one little episode where somebody's introduced here and they come back in another little episode, a little change does not automatically mean that those matter and they're not filler. Those shits can be filler adventures.
But that's what you're calling stuff filler that actually happened in manga. So I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying just because it's in the manga doesn't mean it's not filler. Literally, his job is to be in the magazine. His job is to be in the magazine for a story he's been writing that has to get released every week. When he was writing manga, that's when Dragon Ball Z was writing manga. That's when Naruto was writing manga. Them niggas had to write and come up with shit to come out every week, and he's been doing that since like 1990 something. Not all that shit matters. There was some shit that he just did for the fuck of it, and he was like, I'm going to just put it out there because my editor thinks it's good and put it out there. But just because it shows up on manga doesn't automatically mean it's important to the story and shouldn't be deemed filler. Like that shit can be filler.
I'm gonna say this because that's true. That's a true point. But if it comes back around and prolongs the story, for example, the daughter that I was talking about that came up in Thriller Bar, she saved them from from getting packed up, and then in turn the what do you call them joints? The joints that the paper, I forgot what they call.
Viver card.
The Viver card, yeah. She gave her mom's Viver card, which is what stopped her and Luffy from getting packed up in, you know what I'm saying, in, what's that shit called? In Whole Cake Island. So, like, little shit like that does still prolong them from being alive even longer for Luffy.
That's good world building.
To reach Gear 4, he needed, or for us to even see Gear 4 Snake Man, which he's, used again later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To see that progression, we had to go from here to here.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is like that One Piece, even though, yes, it's a very long story, it deserves that same respect of, for example, when I was, and this is what I'm going to say on that. All I'm going to say when I bring up Naruto again. Yeah. When I first started Naruto, and y'all niggas may be able to attest to it, I was just as annoying as I am with One Piece. I was damn near annoying with Naruto, like posting, talking about it, asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, right? So at that time, it was more so a time where like I'm like, nigga, ain't nothing touching Naruto, not Death Note, not like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like nothing was touching it. It was even to a point where like even shit that I ain't even watched yet. Like I had this one conversation with this one person, and she was like, oh yeah, you know, Hunter x Hunter is better than Naruto. And I'm like, nigga, you wildin', bro. Like, niggas be like, One Piece is better than Naruto. I'm like, nigga, you wildin', bro. I haven't even watched it. I'm like, fuck all them pirates, bro. Them long ass episodes, nigga. That ain't shit. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Hunter x Hunter, fuck that. Then I ended up watching the shit that I was saying that was better, or that Naruto was better than that I didn't even watch. Once I started doing that and really noticing the worlds, Hunter x Hunter is still not better than Naruto, even though I watched that shit. And then started seeing why people like these shits. That's when I really started to build my shit. So when I speak about One Piece dispassionately, I speak from a point from where I was sitting exactly where y'all was. This episode's too long. I'm never getting into that shit. I started it. There was times where I took like 6 months off, like between Alabasta. It took me 6 months to watch that because I didn't watch an episode for a while. 6 months, came back, you know, started watching it again. It was a little cozy. Then how One Piece gets you is that you start to see what's going on for real. Like it becomes more than just a nigga trying to get a One Piece. It becomes now Zoro's trying to be you got to see Zoro fight Mihawk. Now you got to see Nami build because her whole goal is to build a world map, like to actually draw a world map and see all of it. You know what I'm saying? You got Robin who's trying to uncover the 800-year void, which is why her story is so important. You start to see really how the government really start fucking niggas over and what they're really about. You know what I'm saying? You got Brook. That nigga just wanted some friends, so he cool.
The nigga ate the most unfortunate fruit out of anybody.
Crazily.
Because the nigga able to die and got revived.
But as a skeleton, so nigga ain't got no skin. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit crazy. You got Frankie. Nigga just wanted to build he wanted, because his dad was, you know, his father figure was the person that built the first King of Pirates ship. He wanted to also build the next King of Pirates ship. But he wanted to actually ride the ship all the way down to the end of the journey. So that's his point of being there, which is fire. He built a new joint. Usopp, that nigga he just want to be capping. He just want to be part of them niggas in cap. And of course,
and then he got turned into something completely different. The nigga is the nigga they call this nigga is a god.
Shout out God Usopp, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Because he's the biggest liar of the whole entire group, and he's super pussy. But yet he is actually critically acclaimed as a god.
Yeah, niggas in the streets, like, you know, bro. That's what I'm saying. The humor in that shit is just next level, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro. People like to downplay it, but Long Ring Wrong Island, bro.
It's like Ling Rong Island.
Yeah, Ling Rong Island, whatever it is.
It's this thing when they had to do with the Foxy Pirates. That's filler. That's filler as a motherfucker.
That is filler, but I enjoyed the fuck out of that shit, bro. Like, that shit was funny as fuck. Just meme-wise and everything.
Naruto, there's some, not all, because some Naruto filler is dog shit.
Right.
Naruto got some filler that I enjoy.
Yeah, them shits be,
again, just because you enjoy something don't mean that it need to be there if the goal is to find the One Piece. And that's all I'm saying. I y'all passionate about it. I don't think I may watch it. I'm just against it because it's too fucking long, and I think the niggas just finessing everybody.
I'm gonna give him a easy way to ease right in. If you don't want to sit here and watch,
Morrow, he sent me the
he sent you that
version,
too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with you. As for what me and Dave has watched, the live action critically acclaimed was really well.
Yeah.
They actually did that really well. Only thing that got a little small gripe to it, I don't know if you knew, is the intro. How they did Garp and Roger at the execution joint backwards. When you think about it, they was cool. He shouldn't have been up there.
I mean, right.
Yeah, they was cool. He shouldn't have been up there.
I thought he
How
was
do you
there,
got the most crazy, like the wild, like the King of Pirates being like mad cool buddy with a fucking Marine, and he's like, but that nigga's that real. He was like, yo, don't send nobody else after me. This is the actual point he said. Do not send nobody else after me if they are not these two people, because y'all cannot touch me. Like he was that nigga.
Okay.
Garp is him.
So if I watch the live action, am I good? Like I don't have.
You will have a good introduction to what you're looking at.
Yeah. They're hour-long episodes. But
that's fine.
Yo,
I just don't want a rack of 20, 30-minute episodes.
It'll give you a synopsis from everybody up to I think Arlong. I didn't watch all of it, but I know I feel like the last part is Arlong.
I just watched the first episode.
If I watch the live action, where can I skip ahead to in the show?
So if you watch all of the live action, you're looking at after Arlong Park, and I think that's.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Don't say that.
No. I ain't gonna lie. So, and this is my thing about that episode count. I'm gonna put it in terms of the count of episodes. You could you send me that timeline you had?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Oh shit! Yeah, this is
56.
I'm gonna say Dave had to go a while.
I was tweaking. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I want to say. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you, what's the move? Are we going home?
I'm chill here for a bit, and we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, all right. Because it was good shit. So is this like a special?
A bonus.
This will come out.
It's a bonus.
So I guess Rosette is 112.
Yeah.
So
I resent it.
All right. I'm trying to find like a episode count.
Because this coming out in a couple weeks.
After Arlong Park, I think you build into the area where they get Chopper, but that technically has a filler to build up, which is, I understand how filler is. Sometimes it's like literally not important, but then it sometimes
it builds up to something.
Yeah, how my thing about One Piece filler in general, because there's a huge difference between you guys having filler in Naruto and One Piece.
Yeah. So, I will say some Naruto filler. I don't know why them niggas did that.
And it's
some of that shit.
And then I understand where you're coming from. Where there's a lot of why.
One time them niggas went shopping.
Hokage.
And I was sitting there watching the shit, and I'm thinking it's a real episode because it started off like, oh, okay, we on shit, and then them niggas was going shopping. I said, I just wasted 10 minutes.
Yo, bro.
I just wasted 10 minutes.
What caught me is that, like, I saw one episode, niggas had to get a cat out of a tree. I was like, all right. I saw another one, he got to get another cat out of the tree. I was like, okay.
But no, it is this one joint. I don't know if it's in Shippuden or Naruto. Yeah. It's some blood ninja somewhere, and them niggas is dastardly.
Oh, that's Shippuden.
Yeah, and then it's a whole crazy story. Niggas almost died.
No, you're right. That's OG Naruto.
Is that? I don't know which one it is.
That's filler though, but it's OG Naruto.
That shit was amazing.
He was with
and we never see them niggas again.
No, I'm wrong again. That's Shippuden. Because they were sending the niggas in and they were exploding.
Yeah, niggas was exploding, niggas was using blood, jutsu and shit.
Yeah, they was infecting niggas with their blood. And they literally sending them into the village like suicide bombers.
I'm watching this shit like...
Dave, you see how fun they have it on filler? It'd be like that. Filler be really good too. It'd be funny.
But the thing with that is we never see them niggas never get mentioned. We don't
same thing with like there's some bullshit in One Piece. Guaranteed filler. They run inside a Marine camp.
We'll end the video here. All right.
Wait. Oh. I got one more thing I want to say. So right now what I just been doing is trying to find at what point where I really felt like I was locked in, and then one point where I like episode number wise.
So
niggas could really get
looking
an
at
idea.
Ray's timeline, right? You got Romance Dawn, Orange Town, Syrup Village.
I'm hungry.
What is it? Arlong Park.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So
Logetown.
we get to Jaya, right, which is the little island right under Skypiea that you got to get to Skypiea.
Okay.
Jaya's at 144. Now think of where Naruto was at 144.
OG Naruto. That was Sasuke retrieval arc.
See, that's deep in the story. That's the end.
Sasuke, yep, that's Sasuke retrieval arc.
Ain't that's the end of Naruto, ain't it?
Yeah, if you don't count fillers, yes.
So after that, when we get to after Skypiea is where I was like, okay, this shit really, One Piece is really it. So that's at 144. Before then, I already knew at that point I was already enjoying the story. One Piece was good for me. I was, whatever. Once I got to episode here, got Sky Island. We still beefing.
Still beefing.
Y'all don't see this? This nigga's scrolling a lot.
Different beefs.
That's all I'm saying.
That's because it's extra zoomed in. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Different beefs. Niggas adventuring the island and shit.
And again, I like to reiterate too. I'm not saying One Piece is trash. Rick was getting. I'm not gonna get into that. I don't think One Piece is trash or nothing like that. It's a big three story. I can't disrespect it, but it's just too much.
Episode 107 to 135 is Sasuke retrieval arc.
Episode 229 is where it was better than Naruto for me. Episode 229, and this is after I've already watched all of Naruto. Episode 229, that's when you get to Water 7.
But you don't think that that's just overkill?
No, because with that same point, it's like, oh damn, that's too much for Naruto.
But no, you're saying by 229, you were like, okay, this is better than Naruto.
At what point did you feel like Naruto was the best?
Low key the Chunin exam.
Like
Gaara and Lee was
that's
beefing.
that was a good idea.
I was like, which that's not Naruto's story, so that, I guess
I don't think
right.
I don't think Naruto's the best though. That's the thing.
Well, no,
that's
like,
I mean,
time
how much you like
at a
like,
time.
I
So at
like
like
to
a
put it on
personal
that hill,
adaptation
yeah.
to be like, okay, I'm locked in.
I was locked into Naruto in the Zabuza arc.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
locked
fair.
in. Yeah.
That was good too.
No. I was the Chunin exam.
For you, the Chunin?
Yeah, Chunin exam because Gaara and Lee, which isn't Naruto, so I give you, that's a point for you because that had nothing to do with that nigga was just watching them niggas fight. Gaara and Lee's fight, I was like, if they're gonna go like this for this show, I'm locked in because that was crazy.
Zabuza arc, that nigga.
And then Zabuza,
Zabuza arc was really good.
Yeah, Zabuza arc was
before,
different.
The Chunin exam.
I thought that was after.
No, Zabuza arc was their first mission ever. Well, their first.
That was their first
C
mission.
rank, but it got bumped to
S rank,
to A rank.
A rank.
Yeah, or it might have been
That
for them. It
was
might have been.
before?
Yes, it was
way
before.
Because that was the mission that proved to Kakashi that they were ready for the Chunin exams.
You right.
Because
Yes, sir.
that's
Okay.
because
So I guess it was the Zabuza arc.
yeah, because that was when Naruto had. Well, that was when Sasuke had protected Naruto from Haku's
Poison.
Senbon needles.
Yeah,
and because that's when he awakened his first part of the Sharingan, and he was deflecting all that shit. And then that nigga Naruto woke up and he seen Sasuke on the ground covered in needles, and then that's when he first unleashed a little bit of the 9-tail-5. That was the first time you ever see him use the 9-tail-5.
The reason why I wanted to bring that up, because what I wanted to say is this: if you really want to get a clear idea, and for anybody watching there, if y'all want to get a clear idea of like everything we saying or whatever have you, maybe you didn't watch One Piece or whatever, and you just didn't care what I was saying. If you didn't watch it and you're watching this, you're crazy. But you got
spoiled
appreciate you
crazy.
for tuning in.
Appreciate you for tuning in, but you are butt wild right now.
If you've never seen One Piece or Naruto,
Brother.
you're done. You're done, buddy.
But, I mean, to be honest though, you forget about 90% of the shit that
you'll
was said.
forget about it, bro.
Like, but what I was saying is, in that case, give One Piece that many episodes. Like, so in that arc, give One Piece that many episodes in Naruto or whatever other anime you want to compare it to. See if you're still rocking with it. If you are, then just tune in. If not, then it's not for you. But after a certain point, that thought of damn 1,000 to 1,000 that falls off. Like when I got to a certain point, I was, you know, the new episodes were still dropping, and I was seeing like 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and I was just like damn. Even though I'm still watching this shit, I'm like, damn, that's a lot. But the point that I was at in the story was so intriguing that I really didn't give a fuck.
Somebody was like, Grey's Anatomy is One Piece for white girls.
Facts.
I remember that shit too.
Well, Grey's Anatomy.
Perfect.
Now, okay, One Piece might be good. Grey's Anatomy is unnecessary. All it is niggas dying.
Whoa. It was written by a black woman.
It was?
Yeah.
It's still unnecessary.
Whoa. Steve. Think about
I don't
what
stand
you're
by
doing.
that. I don't stand by that.
Think about what you're doing.
I haven't watched it. I don't have no
Grey's
opinion.
Anatomy is written by a black woman.
Give a shout out to black women creators.
Shout out to black women. We don't need 20
Hey, Steve.
seasons.
It was written by a black woman.
We don't need 20 seasons.
It was written by a black woman.
Hey, we don't need 20 seasons of doctors fucking and dying.
This has been another conversation. This has been another R&P conversation. We really appreciate you guys. We really hope we really hope we convince y'all to stop watching One Piece because that was the goal of today.
Y'all better not.
Keep watching.
Shonda, if you're watching this, I appreciate your content, and I hope you keep making stuff. Oh my God, he's killing us, and you just ruined all the audience. All right, everybody, out of here. Share, like, subscribe.
We love you.
I don't know, Shonda, please.
That's funny.
Yeah. R&P moves, R&P groove, ayy. Yeah, I've been in the R&P mood, ayy. Oh yeah, ayy. Oh yeah, ayy. R&P moves, R&P news, ayy. Yeah, now we making R&P moves, ayy.